When a diagnosis of cancer is issued by a physician, you're literally involved in a fight for your life. But you don't have to go through it alone.
Well, friends and family desperately want to help, but how do they get coordinated? How do they get organized? Tonight, we pay it forward with a cancer patient, Becky Anderson, who found out that hundreds of people, even strangers, will do anything for a friend who has cancer.
Becky Anderson's life changed after a routine doctor's visit resulted in an ominous phone call.
He said, "We got the results of the pathology, and I don't know how to tell you this, but you have cancer."
It was stage 3 breast cancer.
Cancer for me was bumping into the reality of who I am. It really brought me to my knees, and I had to take a look at things that I was doing and things that I wasn't doing. And
that's when Becky's family and friends decided to take action and help.
And they had set up a website for me and my family, and tears streamed down my face. I realized that these people who love me so much were taking an active interest in putting that love into action. And that was the birth of Anything for a Friend.
Anything for a Friend is a one-stop website that lets everybody you know take part in your fight against cancer. The first fundraising party was held for Becky.
There was more than 1,000 people in attendance that night. There was more than $36,000 raised in a 4-hour period of time. And to see that love in action was such a compelling source for me, and I knew in my heart I had to pay it forward.
When Becky's party was over, she had found a new calling. She now runs Anything for a Friend from a small office in her Layton home, helping to organize fundraisers for other cancer patients, like 7-year-old Samantha Milbourne.
The emergency room doctor came in and told us that they had found a tumor on Samantha's spine. I call it the life you live is no longer the life you have.
Too bad.
It's been a challenge, but we take one day at a time, and I think we're learning a lot of things.
Samantha's party was able to raise desperately needed funds to offset her rising medical costs. But Anything for a Friend was just getting started.
At that very event, we introduced the next recipient, and just this last, 2 weeks ago, we had our 11th. So we've raised over $400,000.
Where would Becky like to take this concept? Well, she says the sky is the limit.
Anything for a Friend events can be happening simultaneous to each other all over the country, or the world for that matter, if you want to think really big. But how incredible that there's this vehicle created that we actually, in fact, can do anything for our friends, and it's been really healing.
Right now, Becky and her husband keep the site going with their own money, but soon they will be a 501c3 charitable organization. But until then, they could use some help, and that's where our Pay It Forward program comes in.
I love your organization.
Thank you.
It is fantastic that you're out there helping people like that, and having gone through it yourself, you know exactly what they're going through. But I have someone here to help me out.
Okay.
Because I'd like to help you out with a little money, and I'd like to have invite someone in to help you out.
Yeah! Hey! Sam! How you doing? Yeah? Thanks for being here.
We thought this would be a good way for her to come in and say hi, and Sterling's got something for her.
Well, on behalf of Samantha and Mountain America and myself, we'd like to give you $500.
Thank you so much. So appreciate. For anyone that does not know this kid, I mean, we could all take a lesson for how she battles. So it is a pretty amazing thing, and thank you. We will pay it forward.
And if you have a friend or a family member who's been diagnosed with cancer and you want to help, you can find the organization at www.anythingforafriend.com. Becky will help you organize a fundraiser for someone in need.
And if you know someone in the community who is paying it forward, we want to know about it. Just go to connecttoutah.com, click on the Pay It Forward icon to nominate someone in your community.
We'll be right back.